All of the women in my family die at age 27. I turned 28 in 2 hours and 32 minutes. My father always wanted a son. Instead, he got 3 daughters, and he never forgave any of us. But he hated me most of all because I was the last child my mother had before she died. He tried to beat the woman out of me, told me to stop crying like my sniveling mother. I grew up a tomboy just to spite him, a constant reminder of what he never got. My mother died when she was 27. The coroner said it was a heart complication, but my father always blamed a curse. Every woman in her family dies at 27. For years I thought it was just drunken nonsense. Then my sister Moira was shot while jogging just months before her 28th birthday. Her face was practically blasted off. I found my other sister Joy days later, hanging from the rafters in her apartment. She'd been there all night, still wearing the black dress she'd picked out for Moira's funeral. When you know you have an expiration date, you stop living. I closed all the blinds, installed extra locks, and let the phone ring through to voicemail for an entire year. I stocked up on preserved food and covered my mail slot. I was terrified of anthrax letters, of anyone getting through. I had no friends or family left anyway. My father disowned me when I came out as a lesbian after my sisters died. I moved away and cut contact. I was completely alone, just waiting for the curse to take me. The night before my 27th birthday, the calls started. Blocked numbers, once a day, every single day. I never answered. I was too afraid. Then came the knocking. Once a week at first, then more frequent. The pounding on my door grew more frantic, more desperate. I was convinced it was death itself. Last night, I knew my time had run out. I got drunk, delirious, and fell into bed praying the morning wouldn't come. I slept with one eye open. Before sunrise, my bedroom door creaked open. I shot up, panicked, and saw 2 dark figures standing behind the half-open door, unmoving, waiting. I couldn't move. I was frozen, certain this was the end. Then the figure shuffled toward me, creeping slowly through the darkness. I remembered the knife I'd taped under my bedside table a year ago, a 27th birthday gift to myself. I flipped the lamp on to stun them. But when the light flooded the room, I realized I didn't need the blade. The intruders weren't assassins. They were my sisters. Joy stood at the foot of my bed, pale as death. She was wearing that same conservative black dress I found her dead in, her head hanging grotesquely to the side. Moira was just behind her, her face a ruin of what it used to be. They didn't speak, they just stared at me with hollow, empty eyes. I had spent the entire year hiding from death, locking myself away from the world. But it wasn't death that came for me, it was my sisters. They were the ones calling. They were the ones knocking. They had been trying to reach me for a year, and I had been too afraid to let them in. I looked at the clock. 2 hours and 32 minutes until my 28th birthday. The curse was broken, and my sisters had come to witness it. I had survived a year of terror, a lifetime of fear, and a curse that had taken every woman in my family, but I was still breathing. Still don't know why the curse ended with me. Maybe my father was wrong. Maybe it was never a curse at all, just a series of tragedies that finally ran their course. All I know is that my sisters came back for me. They didn't come to hurt me. They came to tell me it was over. And for the first time in my life, I believe, I turned 28 in just over 2 hours. And for the first time since I was 4 years old, I'm not afraid of what comes next.